comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, 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 money.
Dollar, dollar. Dollar.
Hey everyone, welcome to another Cheapskate Coins video. We got a fresh box of pennies we're going to be hunting. For those of you that have seen the videos, you know how we do this. We do one roll on camera, and then we go through and do the rest of the box, and then we come back at the end with a wrap up. Now I have already searched all of the enders, and there were no enders in this box, unfortunately. So we'll see if we can find anything good on camera. So we're in the time now of the Great American Coin Hunt. There are coin collectors out there that are dumping valuable coins. There's wheats, Indians, probably buffalo nickels, probably some silver dimes and quarters, who knows what else, all back into circulation. So this is the best time to be hunting rolls and all your loose change to see if you get any of those. So we'll definitely be watching for any of that. I do know for a fact that Rick Snow here in town, if you guys don't know who he is, he literally wrote the book on Flying Eagle and Indian cents, put out a bunch of Indians back into circulation here in Tucson. So we are definitely going to be keeping an eye out for those. Other stuff that we watch for, of course, we look for wheats, Indians, of course. We watch for 2009s because we like to grab whatever 2009s we can. Of course, we watch for any new release that we can nab out of circulation before they get wrecked. And then we also watch for 2017 Philadelphia's because that was the only year they ever put the P on it, so those do have a premium on them. We watch for good looking 82s and 83s because there were no mint sets for those 2 years, unless you went and did the tour at the mint in those years and got the souvenir sets. So if you can find them in the... Now, you have to find them in the top grade for them to really be worth anything. Otherwise, if they're BUs, but they're not in the top grade, they're like $1. But, still, you got it for a penny out of a box, and it's worth $1. It's not a bad deal. Some of the bucket list coins that we're watching for are the 92 close AMs. That's where on the reverse on America, the A and the M would be touching. And then the reverse of that for 98, 99, and 2000, the white AM. On those 3 years, the reverse, the A and the M are supposed to be touching, but there are those out there that aren't. So we're always on the lookout for all of those. Of course, the 69S double die we're always watching for. 70S small date we're always watching for. Those are tough to find. The 83 double die reverse from the Philadelphia Mint, we're always keeping an eye out for. And then, of course, any varieties and errors we always keep an eye out for. And then any foreigns that we come across as well, we keep. We usually find at least a couple of Canadians per box. We hang on to those. I always recommend people hang on to their Canadian pennies because they don't make them anymore. So, I mean, that was gross. What's out there is what's out there. That's all there will ever be. So the value on all Canadian pennies is just going to go up and up and up from here on out. so far it's just the normal stuff. Not looking like there's going to be anything of real interest that I'm going to be able to get for you guys on camera. It's the way it goes sometimes. You know, you'll have something to expect if you're going to do coin roll hunting. Is you're going to have your boxes that are going to be just really, really good. You find lots of great stuff, but then you're going to have your boxes that are just going to be meh. You're really not going to get much of anything. So be ready for that. If you're going to get into doing roll hunting, you will have the skunk boxes. It's going to happen. So don't let it dissuade you if it does. Just move on to the next one. And by the way, if you get a full box of 1 year, all uncirculated, that is not a skunk box. That is a good box. The reason that's a good box is because, first off, you have a full box of unreleased coins. So that means you can either put them away and just hold them for a long time, and they're still going to be uncirculated coins. The other reason it's a good thing is, depending on which side of the nation you live on, if you're on the West Coast and you get a full box of Denvers, well, you have the entire East Coast that never gets Denver. So you can either trade with them to get some Philadelphias, or you can, you know, sell them for a buck a roll or whatever. And vice versa, if you're on the East Coast and you get a full box of Philly, then you got the West Coast that, you know, rarely ever gets those. So, you know, again, you can either hang on to them, or you can trade them, or you can sell them. So a full box of BU 1 year, especially new release, is not a skunk box. I'm actually bummed out because we never get them. Every box we've ever gotten has been circulated. I think we had one time we got a box of nickels that, like, I think like 18 rolls were, this was last year, like 18 rolls were the 2018 Denvers, and the rest of it was circulated. So of course we sold some of the rolls, we put some of them away, we still got them, and we searched some of them just because, you know, we knew that there were varieties for that year, so we searched it. So if you're going to keep the whole box, you might as well crack at least a few rolls, and, you know, then you got some loose ones to trade and to sell, and you can look through them and look for varieties and all that fun stuff. So, alright, nothing on this roll, so we will get through this box. We will check it for everything there is to look for, and then I'll come back at the end and do a wrap. So we will see you then. Alright, here's the wrap up for that box of pennies. Alright, so everything right here is what we call our specimen coins. So they're just the ones that, you know, they're in really good condition, so we're going to hang on to them. A lot of 2019s in this box, so I mean, not really a surprise. We are getting into the year. Not a lot of 2009s this time around. We got only one presidency, so very low 2009 box. We actually got 5 2017 P's, which is more than we usually get out of a box. We usually only get about 2. Now, for those of you on the East Coast, I'm sure you're probably wondering, well, what's the big deal? Well, first off, the 2017 P's were the only year they put the P on the penny. And second off, we're West Coast, so we don't really get them much. We get mostly D's and S's. And we got 3 Canadians. And then these over here are basically what we call our rainbow coins. They're just coins that they're in good shape and they have really cool coloring on them. And we like to collect those. So those will go into our rainbow and toning book. And then a really low count on wheats this time around. We only got 9, and all of them are 40s and 50s, so no interesting dates. So this is what I would refer to as being basically like a mediocre box. And, you know, as I always say, I like to show every box so that you guys can see that not every box you go through is going to be a killer box. You're going to go through a lot of them that are just going to be kind of meh, and you're going to go through some of them that are just going to be complete duds, really. You're only going to get maybe a handful of decent keeper stuff out. So I like to show everybody so that you have a clear idea of what to expect if you go into coin roll hunting. that you're not always going to get really fantastic stuff. Sometimes you're just going to get mediocre boxes, or sometimes you'll get that rare box that's just insanely good, and sometimes you get the rare box that's just insanely bad. So alright, if you like this video, remember to give it a thumbs up and click the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you know when our videos pop up. Feel free to leave any comments or questions in the comment section below. We do auctions every Monday, and that starts at 3 p.m. I always forget, we're in Arizona right now, so I think that's 2 p.m. Pacific right now. Yeah. So that's what time we start our auctions on Monday. Remember, the coin seminar is coming up, and there's a lot of open room left, so get a hold of Ken Peavey at KPeavey at Live, so you can let him, if you want to do a show, so you can let him know, what time slot to put you in, and let him know what your subject's going to be. You need to get that roster filled up for the seminar weekend. Alright, until our next video, this is Cheapskate Coins, and I'm out of here.